Hello everyone, so welcome to my craft. Today I'm going to show you how I've made this beautiful card using the Indian Flourish from Lavinia and the Just For You word from the Heartfelt Verse. So it's the only two stamps that we're going to be using. It's on a DL card, so DL basically is double length, so it's double the length as the width. So this is an 8 by 4. So right, let's get started. There's my little bit of scrap paper there that I'm just going to use. I'm using the Lavinia watercolour card, and this is 3 inches by 6 inches so that it fits quite nicely into the middle, and then we've got room for matting and layering. So to start with, I'm going to use my Brushos, and I'm going with yellow. And here we go. I'm just going to pop that down the middle. I want a nice big streak down the middle of the yellow. Plenty of that. And then I'm going with violet. I'm just going to pop a little bit down here. A little bit up the top here. And obviously you can see you don't really need very much of this. And then I've got scarlet. I'll just pop that down there. So every time you do this, you will get different results. So that's that. Let me see if we can get the water and start spraying and activate the colours. How lovely is that? So I'm going to give it a good spray. Really soak it. This card will really take a lot of water. Lovely. And then I'm just going to hold that up and run it around to see how the colours go now. Always give it a bit more water just to smush it around. That's looking lovely. A little bit in the middle there that I really wanted a bit more on. So just spend a few minutes moving your colour around. Right, I think I would like a little bit more just here. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit more of the violet on there. And perhaps a bit more down here. And then I'm going to put a bit more of the yellow through the middle. There we go. Looking good. Right, so if you want to get rid of some of this darker colour down the edges, just get a little bit of kitchen roll, lift that. That's fine. Lovely. Let's lose that. And then we just need to dry it off with our heat gun. Actually, I'm going to put some water splashes on it, I think. Let's just go with that. Just take a little bit of water, give it a splash, just to add a little bit more interest into the background. There we go. Right, so now's when we want to have it really, really dry. Right, I'm going to turn it, I think. Which way do I fancy that? Yeah, this way, I think. Okay, so we're coming on to the Indian Flourish. And I've mounted that up. And I'm just going to quickly dust that before we start. And very gentle taps with the Versamark. There we go. Just give that a second. Lovely. And I'm using the black Wow embossing powder. Just going to put my little scrap under there. Okay, so I missed a tiny bit here. Doesn't matter because we're going to be using a lot of embellishments to sort that out. So we're ready to start embellishing, and I've actually got a lovely gold Posca pen. I'm going to start by just checking that's running okay. No, might need a bit of a shake. Okay. I'm just going to pop a little gold dot on each of these little tendrils. And then some in the middle here. Okay, so that's the gold. Just give that a bit of a second to dry off. Right, so that's dried quite nicely now. So this gold Posca is really quite a wet one, so it's just nice to leave it for a little bit longer. I'm going to do some splats of some of the white Posca. Now this looks right when it goes on, but it takes up the colour from the Brushos, and it just looks like little tiny coloured dots. So I did some of that, and then I've got an orange one, which is fabulous. Do a little tiny bit of those. So with the orange, I'm just also going to dot about, oh my goodness, look, see that happens. There we go. Let's see what we can do about that. Take that off. So I've had to rescue that. Look, great big blodge. It should be all right because the overall looks a bit like that anyway. Anyway, let's just do a few dots and around like this. These things happen, don't they? This is why it's all good fun to craft, adapt as you go along. So I'm just going to do a few more little dots like this throughout. So that's that. Just going to let that dry off for a minute and clear up my mat. So that's all dried off now. So I'm going to come in with some of elements, and I'm coming with paprika to start with. Let's do a turn the lid over. If anybody watches Jo Rice, she always does this. Fabulous. Right, it's just coming around the edge here. And as you can see, the colour, the depth of colour is just starting to build now. That's where these little mats come in. You can pull colour in off the mat. So that's looking a lot brighter. And then I'm just going to darken down the edges and the corners with some henna. It's really quite a strong colour, the henna. I'm just going to go in the corners and just down a bit. Just puts that little highlight into the centre of the card by doing the corners. Fabulous. Looking good. Just clear all that away. Excellent. So we're nearly getting there now. So the next thing we really want to do is get a few white dots going into the middle of this. Right, I'm just going to check this time because I did that last time and we ended up with a big splodge. So just get a few little seeds going on in here. Right, that's enough of that. And then the last step that I thought I'd try is get some of the liquid pearls down, and I've actually got ruby red here. Just make sure that's running all right before I start. There we go. I'm just going to go into the centre of each of the gold dots that I put down earlier. Just give it another few little dots around here. And then into the centre of the seed head itself. And there we go. Fabulous. I hope that's given you a little bit of inspiration. And then all you need to do is just mat it up, pop it onto your card, and there you go. So thank you very much for watching. Have fun, and hopefully see you again next time. Bye now.